Hi there. Let's talk about my top 5 astrology predictions for 2025. In this video, we'll go over the 5 general predictions for all of us here on this earth. But if you're curious to dive in deeper into your own personal astrology chart for 2025, then do note that I do have my books open. I have 30-minute readings available at a discounted price. I'll leave the link for you down below in the description box and in the comments so that you can check it out. Prediction number 1 for 2025 is that we will all be learning to deal with the dark side of perfectionism and the dark side of self-improvement. Over the last couple of years, self-improvement has definitely become very popular. But I think in 2025, as the South Node enters the sign of Virgo, we're going to see a lot of stories coming about that people share their personal experiences with perfectionism, with the vicious cycle that sometimes self-improvement can become. Prediction number 2 for the year ahead is that we will be learning how to focus on each other. That includes learning how to help each other, learning how to care about taking care of others more than necessarily ourselves. The reason I say this is because not only do we have Jupiter entering the sign of Cancer, which is very much the sign of the caretaker, but we also have Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius is already quite community focused, thinking about the greater good. So because of these two astrological aspects, as transits in 2025, I do think that collectively we'll be very focused on helping each other out, caring for others, and caring for each other. Prediction number 3 for the year ahead is that there will be an underlying feeling of things brewing underneath the surface. Quite a few astrologers for 2025 are making very big predictions that this will be the year that a lot of things change. We will really see a huge shift. And not wanting to be controversial here or say that I'm the right one and they're the wrong one, but I do see 2025 a little bit differently. And let me explain why. The reason why a lot of astrologers are giving so much weight to the year 2025 is because we have 3 planets that have been in their respective signs for quite a while, are changing signs in 2025. That's quite a big deal for 3 planets to do that in the same year. These planets are these planets are Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn, of course. However, I think that while we will have a short glimpse of what this new flavor could be, what this new approach could be, what this new reality could look like when the 3 planets change signs, very soon thereafter, the planets go retrograde and end up entering back the signs they've been in for a while. And because of this fact, because they've been in their new signs for a very short time, and because we will retrograde back to what we've known, what we're used to, I do think that 2025 might not be the year where we see the changes happen, but it will be the year where we feel that things are changing. We will feel that things are brewing underneath the surface. We might get glimpses of what this new approach might look like, but we might not get there in 2025. Especially when the planets go retrograde, there might be certain things that we need to go back and revisit with the old ways we've been doing things and let things go, do things a little bit differently, make sure we've really closed off that chapter. Prediction number 4 for 2025 is that we will act and think a lot more freely and not be taking as much time or as much consideration as we used to before. The reason I say this is that these 3 planets that we just talked about that are changing signs are also changing elements. We are going from a general energy of earth and water to a fire and air energy. So we will find in 2025, with the shift to fire and air, that we're much more quick to act. We are much more in our thoughts, perhaps thinking about how to make this world a better place, how to make our lives better. And we might be pulling away from that energy of water and earth, which is being physically safe and being emotionally safe. We might stop putting those things so much to the forefront and instead thinking and acting a lot more freely. And my final and 5th prediction for the year ahead is that skepticism will be really prevalent. I feel like in 2024, we've already seen plenty of this. But the reason why I think this is also going to be very prevalent in 2025, maybe even reach its peak, is because we will have the basically always present conjunction between Saturn and Neptune. They'll, of course, be dancing together and apart for a little bit, but a lot of the time during the year, Saturn and Neptune will be very, very close together. Whenever we see Saturn and Neptune together, we see a sort of disillusionment with what is reality. We see the veil of any disillusions we've had start to lift. And it can bring a lot of skeptical attitudes, skeptical feelings of, well, things will never work, or, well, people are always against us. And we might find that we become a lot more not as trusting even of what we're being told, what we're seeing. We might even start to question what even is reality. And caveat, I think we're already seeing this with AI and the fact that they can make video images of us that are not really us. That is scary. But definitely the Saturn and Neptune conjunction and the skepticism of what is even real will be very much a theme for the year ahead. So let me know down in the comments which one of these astrology predictions are the most interesting to you. Maybe there's some you're excited about, some you're not looking forward to. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, don't forget, my books are open for personal 2025 year ahead readings. We'll talk about you, what you can expect in the year ahead, what you should focus on. There are only 3 spots left. I originally had 5, but we're now down to 3. So if you want to make sure you grab yours, click on that link in the description box and in the comments. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of 2024, and I hope you enjoy the new year. And let's have a great 2025 ahead.